Welcome back to another episode of Fisticuff Central. So today we're going to be covering UFC Las Vegas, Marcin Tybura versus Sergey Spivac. Now it's going to be quite a short one. We're going to be changing the format a little bit and adding some additional content into the videos from the next episode, which will be the UFC Perth card. So I'm excited about that. But for the time being, let's get back into what this episode is about, which is UFC Las Vegas, where, of course, as I said, Marcin Tybura faced Sergey Spivac, the number 8 versus the number 9 in the UFC heavyweight division. So how did it play out? It was a pretty quick fight. They kind of felt each other out on the feet. There was nothing significant from either party. And then when Sergey took down Marcin, he subbed him quite quickly. It was actually a verbal submission, which you don't see too often because he was in a position where he was unable to tap. So, there's not too much to analyse. The fight lasted one round, so we won't get too much into that. Let's have a crack at where both fighters go next. So Sergey's probably going to fight one of the upper echelon fighters like he did with Cyril Gane, and if he's able to get past an opponent of that caliber, he will most likely be fighting for the title next, if not a title eliminator, which will guarantee him the shot. So he's a maximum of 2 wins, I would say, from a title shot, unless fortune kind of goes against him, where you've seen your Leon Edwards and Bilal Muhammad's, Islam Makhachev's. Maybe actually he didn't fight elite competition, but some of these guys, Merab Dvalishvili, for example, they fight a bunch of times before they get the title, and it's way past to the point where, in terms of like at a meritocracy point of view, they already deserved it maybe 1 or 2 fights prior to that. So he could find himself in that kind of situation because he doesn't really have that star power, and if he kind of grinds out decisions rather than getting spectacular finishes, the UFC always pushes them slower. But he's definitely in that conversation now, and he's only young. So, who knows? I kind of said in the preview that I don't see him fighting for the title, and I probably don't, but, I could see him being maybe like a top 5 guy, for a little bit. Guess time will tell, right? With Marcin, on the other hand, it's not great. You're about to turn 39 years of age. You've lost now, to a guy that's not at the top of the bracket, losing previously to Tom Aspinall, not too much shame in that. The guy starches everybody. So, where do I see Marcin going? I'm really unsure. Most likely he'll fight somebody within that top 15 from 10 to 15. Potentially might get an up-and-coming prospect from outside of the top 15. Time will tell. It's really unclear the way that the UFC is going to go about this. And to be honest, for both fighters, there's not a clear-cut matchup for either of these two guys. And yeah, I'm pretty much going to leave it. I've got a bunch of work to do on the next episode, and I'm looking forward to that because I'm going to be adjusting a couple of things and changing the video format, like I said. So I'm going to love you and leave you. Have a great evening, and I will catch you soon. Peace out.